What's up, good people of YouTube? This is your boy, the Michael Myers fanatic. I'm about to knock this out the park real quick. Can't even believe I'm having this conversation, but I told a friend that I would do this to explain it to him. His name is Tyshawn Anderson, friend of mine on Facebook, and he's a big fan of Scream. And he said that Ghostface is his favorite, and he was comparing Ghostface to Michael Myers. Tyshawn, if this were anybody else but you, I would viciously and verbally assault them. But because it's you, I'm gonna take it easy on you. I'm gonna hit you with a few love taps. Let's start off with me telling you something. It's very simple. First of all, you can't even compare the two. Do you know why? Because Michael Myers and Ghostface aren't even in the same universe. So how can you say which one is better? Even though Michael is better, you can't say that because they're not even in the same universe. Michael Myers doesn't exist in the Scream universe, and Ghostface doesn't exist in the Halloween universe. Let me explain to you who and what Ghostface is. First of all, there is no Ghostface. Ghostface is the killer's alias that the killer uses to hide his or her identity. Again, I will say Ghostface is the killer's alias. So essentially, there is no Ghostface. Michael Myers is actually a person. Michael Myers was actually born. Ghostface wasn't. Let me explain to you what alias means. Tyshawn, are you listening? This is what the dictionary says about alias. A false name, an assumed name that somebody uses. That's what the dictionary says. It is a false name, which means if the person is using an alias, that person or alias doesn't actually exist. They use an alias because they are trying to hide who they really are. So let me tell you once again, there is no Ghostface. Do you understand that? It says that an alias is a false name, an assumed name that somebody uses. So I will state it once again. If somebody is using an alias or an assumed name, they are trying to hide who they really are. Do you understand? I can't say it any plainer than that. So there is no Ghostface. Ghostface is an alias that the killer or killers use to hide his or her identity. It's really that simple. Let's see what Wikipedia says about your beloved Ghostface. Listen up. And I quote, Ghostface is a fictional identity adopted by the primary antagonist of the Scream series. Do you hear that? It is a fictional identity that the killers use to hide their crimes. There is no Ghostface. So you cannot compare Michael to an alias. And then you say Michael tried to be Ghostface. So Michael tried to be an alias. That sentence doesn't even make any sense. Now, let's see what it says about Michael Myers. Shall we? Let us move on. Alright, listen up. Are you listening to me? Scream fan, listen up. Michael Myers was born on October 19th, 1957. Do you hear what the internet just said about Michael Myers? He was born on October 19th, 1957. That is the difference between Michael Myers and Ghostface. Michael Myers was actually born. Ghostface was not. Because there is no Ghostface. That is the difference. That's it. That knocks it right out the park. Let us look up one more definition. Now, in the series, they always refer to Michael Myers as evil. Evil on two legs. Or he's evil incarnate. Or he has the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Let us look that up. Okay. John Carpenter basically says that Michael Myers is purely and simply evil. He has the blackest eyes. He has the devil's eyes. So what John Carpenter is telling you about Michael is that if the devil had a human form, that's what he would look like. Let's look the word up in the dictionary, shall we? Devil is an evil spirit, particularly subordinate of Satan. Do you hear that? An evil spirit. How can you compare an alias to an evil spirit? Ghostface is an alias. The devil is an evil spirit. That is what's in Michael Myers. It is what gives him the power to do what he does. It is the reason why he can get shot 6 times and live. It is the reason why he can get stabbed in the lung and live. It is the reason why he can get poked in the eye and live. He got set on fire and he lived. He got shot with a shotgun and lived. Beat with a 2x4 and lived. Beat with a lead pipe and lived. Stabbed in the chest and lived. And he got set on fire once again and he lived. Do you see my point? How can you even compare the two? There is no comparison. Michael Myers is evil. Purely. When they say purely, that means 100% all the way. There is no good. So that just about wraps this up. There's the difference between the two of them. Ghostface, once again, is an alias that the killer or killers use to hide his or her or their crimes. Because they don't want anybody to know who they really are. And whether you like it or not, I approve this message. I can't even believe I compared the two. It makes no sense at all. I'm out.